And here are the surrendered. So much for Drytront decks. Hello guys, how do you do? It's been a while since the last time we spoke, but ever since a new Borreload and Rokket support came to the game, and I couldn't resist but to try it out. This featured the Borreload Dragon, the double Disruptor Dragon, the Borreload Dragon, and of course its ritual spell, the Heavy Interlock. I will give the deck list into the description, so don't worry if you can't recognize any card. So as you have know, Drytront decks were very popular and very top tier decks, but they got nerfed, but they are still very good. And let me show you how my Borreload deck with these new very good supports can fight against them. You know, these are the usual tactics, you all know these tactics by now. And this is the Borrecode Dragon. It is a very good effect. This card can destroy all of the opponent monsters if it was summoned by 3 cards, 3 effect monsters. Sorry, I was mistaken, not all monsters, but not just opponent monsters, but your monsters too, but it's not a problem since Rokket cards are meant to be destroyed. Yes, I was trying the usual tactics. I'm still not a big fan of Maxx and Called by the Grave and Ash Blossom and etc, but it is what it is. It is what it takes to be a competent player. But if you can still find the balance, and I think you will enjoy the game, unlike in real life, where you have to pay a good heft of money, a good sum of money to be able to success in championships. And I know a lot of players are spending so much money in championships and they don't succeed and they got angry and stuff. So I will keep play these meta duels in online where it's free, and I will only collect cards for fun. And sometimes I will go to play parties, but don't take them that seriously. Yes, Beatrice, they negated my Ash Blossom, and this is it. Let's use Raigeki. It was his or her mistake to give it to my hand. Destroy his field. That's it. Boom. And here it is surrendered. So much for Drytront decks. Thank you very much. Let me show you how the Borreload ritual card works. This is a very bad hand, as you can see. He already activated Maxx. He can't really do much, but end your turn. It's not a good strategy to add a lot of cards to your opponent, trust me. But we can activate our Maxx, unless he have a Called by the Grave to negate it too. If you ask me, it's a lot of waste of time, because you have to Called by the Grave and Maxx, and probably your opponent will have a card to negate it in his hand, but it's waste 1 card in his hand. So it's really not like in the golden days of Yu-Gi-Oh, where every deck had a mystery, you could pull out unexpected combos and stuff, but it is what it is today. It's more professional these days, a bit more boring if you ask me. It's like writing some codes. But it's still enjoyable. Borreload Savage Dragon for him. And prepare, because it will be a funny outcome. Okay, thanks, Bum. As you can see, he is in a much better position than us. This is only what we have. You wouldn't tell we will win this duel by now. Raigeki again. I am very lucky with pulling Raigeki, even though you can only have 1 in your deck. And I have summoned Chaos Ruler. You probably didn't see me using this card, but it's very useful, especially situations like this, and you will see why. You can you can excavate your deck, the top 5, and it happened to be that I have a Borreload Dragon. Now, since Chaos Ruler is an 8-star monster, I can ritual summon Borreload Dragon. Yes. And then my face, but since I got a destroyed rocket card, I have a Magnarokket card, and this is where the fun begins. Because if your opponent tries to summon a card, you can negate its effect, you can negate the summoning with Borreload Dragon, but in exchange you have to destroy either your Borreload Dragon or a Rokket card, and this is why it's very good. Because if you destroy a rocket monster, you will automatically get another one in the end of the turn, so it can be looped. This strategy can be looped. And yes, we don't play with the food, we just simply defeat him. And this is why Borreload Dragon is a very good card. It can negate the hell out of your opponents, no matter what deck they use. And here we go. It's your. It reminds me that one of you asked in the previous video comments that it is better to be the first one or the second one. It's a very good question. I think in Master Duel, sorry, in Master Duel it's always better to be the first one who plays the match, just because if your opponent using a lockdown deck, it's better to have something in the deck. And it was a Mekk Knight deck, and I really like Mekk Knight's deck because they have a good style, you know. Even though I'm not a big fan of Nightmare cards. And voila, we really have a bad hand and a bad field. And again a Raigeki. As I have told you, I have a very lucky hand drawing Raigeki. I don't know why, I really don't know why. Monster Reborn. We will waste a Monster Reborn to summon a simple Magnarokket Dragon, but it's no problem. Because we just draw a put sector launch. And let's wait for his next move. Rokket Tracer. And here we go. When you have double Disruptor Dragon, you can summon it by tribooting to rocket monsters or any monsters, but it's preferable to tribute rocket monsters. Then you can sacrifice it and bring back those rocket monsters, and you can banish it from the graveyard, and it will give you a heavy interlock, which will automatically help you summon Borreload Dragon if you have it in your hand. And boom, boom. And since I have a Rokket Tracer in the field, with Borreload Dragon I can negate any of his upcoming summons, and aware of that, he just surrendered too. So this was it. It was a short video, but don't be sad. I still have to master this deck. I still have to learn a lot about this deck. But I think it's a very good update. It makes the Rokket deck very fun and playable again, and it gives you new combos. So I think it's worth it. I hope you didn't sell your Rokket decks until now. And as I have told you, my ultimate top tier video is very famous. Thank you very much for loving it so much. It's my second most popular video, and I would really like to encourage you to watch my Yu-Gi-Oh! Live action series if you love good and critically anticipated series. So that was it, duelists. Goodbye and have a good and colder summer than it is now. Goodbye.